Hi everyone, and welcome to KDocs 2022, Seeking Truth, Waging Change. My name is Janice Morris, and I'm the founder and festival director of KDocs. What began as a single film night back in 2012 has grown into Metro Vancouver's premier social justice film festival, now proudly in its 10th year. It's essential that we begin by thanking the Kwantlen First Nation, from whom we borrow the name of our university, and by extension, this festival. I'd also like to acknowledge and give thanks to the Kwantlen, Musqueam, Katsi, Semiahmoo, Kikite, and Quikwetlam peoples, on whose unceded sovereign lands we and KPU stand today. I'd also like to acknowledge that I am personally uninvited on these lands on which I am so privileged to live and work. On that note, I'd like to challenge each of us to contemplate critically the ways in which every issue we will confront over these 10 days is necessarily tied to land sovereignty, whether it's disruptive technologies and weaponized misinformation, the industrial prison complex, conspicuous wealth and consumption, food futures and sovereignty, Canadian foreign policy, gender equity, the opioid crisis, harm reduction and peace circles, LGBTQ communities, climate change and environmental stewardship, precarious and exploited labor, gentrification and housing, and certainly Indigenous rights, governance, and resistance. If we want to speak of social justice and anti-oppression, we must necessarily begin with land sovereignty, an intrinsic framework within which all social, political, and environmental actions and movements must begin. Please join me in also thanking our incredibly generous and supportive festival partners. First, the Vancouver International Film Centre, our signature presenting partner, the Kwantlen Student Association, our diamond partner, Creative BC, our gold partners, KPU's Faculty of Arts and the BCGEU, our silver partner, the KPU Library, and our bronze partners, the Kwantlen Faculty Association and Kwantlen's President's Diversity and Equity Committee. Thanks also to our fantastic media sponsors, Stir Vancouver and Global BC. This festival, and certainly the last 10 years, would not be possible without all of you, so thank you too. The decision to stay online for a second year was not an easy one, cautiously made as it was back when theaters were, at least in part, starting to reopen. I'm glad we decided to err on the side of safety and in the best interest of our guests. While some festivals are right now scrambling to pivot online, postpone, or even cancel, KDocs continues to bring you a slate of socially vital films, keynote addresses, Q&As, and live special presentations. In fact, KDocs 2022 is our biggest festival yet. 10 days and over 20 award-winning films, where we'll explore many issues of social justice, anti-oppression, and human and animal rights. From the Yukon to Cambodia, Mexico, and Haiti, from China to Hawaii and the Arctic coast, from the streets of Vancouver to Seattle, Oakland, Chicago, Detroit, New Orleans, and Kansas City, from Afghanistan to Alberta and Germany to Malawi, from Ontario's Georgian Bay to Nunavut, Micronesia, the Great Barrier Reef, and the Amazon rainforest, and of course, from Canada to Canada. These films give a voice to the marginalized, the obscured, the silenced. They ask difficult questions and demand action. We can no longer look away from the exploitations of the gig economy, income disparity, wealth accumulation, and corporatization, from the persistence of generational trauma and genocide. We can no longer deny our own complacency and, worse, complicity. We are in the midst of numerous global crises, and there is no more time for platitudes and half measures. Yes, we must celebrate the resistors, the freedom fighters, but each of us must personally do more to engage and educate, to fight inequality, anti-intellectualism, and misinformation. The time to stand up is now. Learn from the many change makers you will meet over these 10 days. Utilize the many educational resources and digital exhibitors you will find on the KDocs 2022 streaming platform. and through links to individual films, our many speakers, and of course the causes that inspire them. Find ways to take direct action in your own home, workplaces, and communities. At KDocs, our focus has always been on social justice, global citizenship, and creative solution building. And it is my sincere hope that our programming and all of the choices and details that go into not only this festival, but every other KDocs event and program reflect those values. Even more than a celebration of documentary film, KDocs embraces the spirit of organization and activism that these films embody and inspire. It is true that we are living in particularly challenging times, bombarded with messages of fear and uncertainty. And as I said last year, and I will say again here today, perhaps now more than ever, it is a privilege to be alive on this planet. So let's honor that privilege by beginning first and always with kindness. Let that kindness lead you into action, to a deeper empathy for others and yourself. I hope KDocs 2022 inspires you toward that kindness. Be sure to follow us at KDocsFF.com and on social media at KDocsFF, where you can stay up to date on not only this festival, but also our year-round program, our community outreach program, and our YouTube channel, KDocs Talks. Enjoy the festival. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.